Right, Mr. Talos Vrocker. Let's see what you have to say for yourself then. This place is huge, man. Absolutely.
Okay, moving in on Rucker's position. You got those coordinates yet?
I'll transmit them as soon as I've finished my coffee.
Don't leave
Oh,
me hanging, Shikin.
You just worry about getting our man. And be careful. He's dangerous.
We'll see.
listen to this guy. I'll get it, Jensen. As soon as I've had my coffee. I'm just so cool and laid back. Oh, I just had one of those moments, didn't I? You ever done that? You walk into a lift and you're waiting for ages on the door opening, and it's actually open behind you. We've all been there. Oh yeah. We're gonna be getting in here nice and unnoticed, aren't we? That's what they need. Like, they need to stop their security cameras tracking the hallway. Just put it in one place where it's impossible to sneak past. You know, put some of this shit up here so you can't sneak past it. Oh, we maybe could sneak past it actually. Maybe we could. Ah well. We're clearly lacking.
I'm sure you'll understand if I don't take your word for it.
As the customary final request of the condemned man, please, do not kill any more of my people on your way out. Their only crime against you is their loyalty to me.
You don't seem surprised to see me.
I'm not. After the train station attacks, I knew it was only a matter of time before they sent someone. Please, sit.
This isn't a social call, Rucker. I'm here to take you in.
No, we're
Our
not.
mandate is to fight for the rights of the augmented. Communicate our message, offer assistance. The Ark is a non-violent organization.
Alright, then this should be easy. Come with me, answer our questions, and we'll have you back here in plenty of time to film your next sermon.
I'm not a fool. If I surrender now, I'm never coming back. Once you have me, you intend to make me disappear. But I will not make Solzhenitsyn's mistake. My people and I will resist you.
I thought you were a pacifist.
I am. But I'm more than a leader. I am a symbol. That is why you wish to erase me. If martyrdom is the only way to remain a symbol, then even my death is preferable to my evaporation.
You said you don't want any more of your people getting hurt. But if I have to bring you in by force, I will. And they're gonna try to stop me. There's a better chance of avoiding violence if you come along peacefully. You have my word. I will do everything I can to see that you're treated fairly.
How dare you speak to me of peace and fairness? You assaulted innocent people to get in here and kidnap me on behalf of masters who hide in the shadows, manipulating, controlling, and murdering without the courage to proclaim their convictions in front of the rest of the world.
Alright, hold on. Hold on. Firstly, do you think he's ever going to tell us how we got those scars? Secondly, why do we walk in here and say, I'm here to take you in, Talos? Why aren't we know this is a setup. We know that because of that whisper chip we installed, we know we're being set up here to bring Talos in. He's going to be a scapegoat for all this. We know that. So why are we coming in here so antagonistic? Try to bring this guy in. Why don't we come in and say, hey, look, mate, look, here's the deal. Here's the deal. People are trying to frame you for this. Can we talk? Can we negotiate this? I'm on your side. I'm here to help you. I just want to get to the bottom of this. Can you help me? If you can, I will take you in for questioning, but can we avoid that? Can we get to some resolution? But instead we walk in and just, oh, I'm here to take you away, dude. Oh man, like, if we hadn't had that whisper chip installed, if we hadn't have found out this was a setup, it would make sense if we walked in and said we're here to take you in. But the fact that they showed us that before we came here, this doesn't make any sense. So who's this guy? He's idealistic, he's responsible, he is demoralized. Uses idealism as a shield, needs to be reminded of reality. Exaggerates his own importance, but welcomes good advice. Conceals insecurities with bluster, desperate for something to hold on to. Okay, well, it's flashed up Alpha on Omega. Justified. World leaders aren't going to visit you in person. They sent me and your people tried to kill me. Obviously they have good reasons for not sticking their necks out. Best for Omega, patronize. I'm talking to you about playing straight. Me alone, no politicians, no cameras, groups of people can't be trusted, only individuals. Do I really have to explain that to you? That's reminding him of reality, isn't it? Turn the tables. You're not any different from them, Rucker. All of you rely on armed men while spouting your rhetoric from behind the safety of a camera. If you want to prove the strength of your convictions, confront your enemies face to face. That's also reminding him of reality, isn't it? Is this good advice? Will he welcome good advice? Let's do this one. Let's do this.
I'm talking to you about playing straight. Me, alone. No politicians, no cameras. Groups of people can't be trusted, only individuals. Do I really have to explain that to you?
No, you do not. And you certainly don't need to do it in that patronizing tone. The Augmented are suffering a genocide. It begins with demonizing us, taking away our rights, treating us as less than human, exiling us so we are forgotten, and then exterminating us.
It didn't seem to work. We had 2 Omegas pop up there and 1 Beta. The Beta popped up last. I don't know if that's what we need to look for. I don't know if it's the one that pops up most often or the one that popped up last. So the Beta one. Look, Golem City isn't perfect, but it isn't genocide. It's a timeout? Jensen, are you crazy? Both sides have proven they can't get along right now, so we have to keep them separated at least until they cool off. Is that right? Both sides have proven they can't get along. Have we really been shown that augmented people can't get along with naturals? It looks the other way around to me. Patronize. I know all that. It's happening to me too, but I'm out here actively trying to stop the killing on both sides. What are you accomplishing by filming speeches? Reminding him of reality. Nobody needs to demonize the augmented, Rucker. When innocent people die in a train station explosion, the pro-aug faction responsible shows the world that they are demons. That's not right. Let's do this again. I don't really, none of these make sense.
I know all that. It's happening to me too. But I am out here actively trying to stop the killing on both sides. What are you accomplishing by filming speeches?
I thought that logic and reason would be enough. I had faith that the non-augmented would come to their senses given time. But it's become clear I have to do more.
I think that worked.
I am beset by the bombings on one side and Ark internal politics on the other, and it may be that the two are connected. I have to regroup, to decide what is best for me and for the cause. I need you to delay my arrest, if just for a day.
So, Alpha popped up first, Beta popped up second. Now, in that last one, Omega popped up twice, and then Beta popped up last. We picked Omega because it popped up more often, and it worked, so I don't think it's important about which one popped up last. We had Alpha and we had Beta. Has Alpha popped up more in total than Beta? I'm not sure. This just doesn't seem as intuitive as the Human Revolution system. So, which one's the Omega one? Right, so we're not going to use that because that didn't pop up at all. You've had 2 years, Rucker. You really think one more day is going to make a difference? That doesn't seem right. I need support from my people as much as you do. Come along now and I'll have some pull when I plead your case to my boss. If I go back empty-handed today, I won't have any credibility tomorrow. It's reality, yeah. Things are bad everywhere, and the longer it drags on, the worse they'll get. The best thing for you and the cause is to show strong leadership by coming in now, proudly and willingly to help fix things. That's good advice, let's pick that.
Things are bad everywhere, and the longer it drags on, the worse they'll get. The best thing for you and the cause is to show strong leadership by coming in now, proudly and willingly, to help fix things.
Yes. I suppose you are right.
There we go.
My time here has all but run out. Can you understand this? If you were to take me from here, you would be responsible for more than my death. You'd be responsible for my effacement, the ruination of the Augmented Rights Coalition, and the perversion of everything it stands for.
Right. What I liked about the Human Revolution system was that these psychological profile things were conditional. It said things like when he became angry, he needed this specific thing to calm him down. And as you were talking to him at one point in the conversation, if he got angry, you picked the option that did that specific thing that it told us over here. That's what I liked about this system. I mean the Human Revolution system, but maybe this is the same thing. Maybe it's saying if he's using idealism as a shield, he needs to be reminded of reality. If he's exaggerating his own importance, he needs good advice. If he's concealing insecurities with bluster, he needs given something to hold on to. I don't know. I don't even remember which one popped up, man. I don't remember. I'm sorry. Justify. Understand that you're exaggerating. Cause of millions of people around the world, not just one man. Look past the fear of your own death. Nobody's going to risk making a martyr out of you. You need to take your blinders off, Rucker. You want the world to see Augs as individuals and pacifists, but what will it take before you realise I'm an Aug too? They want you dead, they'll have to go through me. The bottom line hasn't changed. If you come with me willingly, there won't be any violence. You now have the choice. Choose the non-violent path, or you are the one betraying the cause. That sounds good.
The bottom line hasn't changed. If you come with me willingly, there won't be any violence.
I think that worked.
You now have the choice. Choose the non-violent path, or you are the one betraying the cause.
I cannot watch any more of my people die. Not on my account. You've asked me to trust you, and so I will.
Done.
Before we leave together, there's something I must show you.
Sure.
I suspect there's a power struggle brewing within our organization.
Yep, Cerberus.
Some people inside ARC are less committed to our ideals.
I know.
Are you trying to tell me you know who's responsible for the bombings?
I have only suspicions, and until recently, not even that. The evidence I have begun collecting is meager, but I give it to you.
Thanks.
This is the key card for the security door. The evidence is inside.
You go and get it for me.
Why not keep it, present it at your interrogation?
Because if my suspicions are correct, and I am seen leaving here with you willingly, I may not survive to present my evidence. Somewhere down there, hiding in plain sight, is your real terrorist. I was trying secretly to find out who is responsible.
Yeah, we knew that.
Rucker.
Oh, what the Kill him. Kill him. Oh, that does not look fun.
Chicane, Rucker is dead.
Come again.
I'll fill you in when I see you, which is where exactly?
There's some greenhouses near your position. Below them is a clearing. That's where I'll be. Chicane out.
Okay. What happened there? He's clearly been murdered, right? That can't be a coincidence. Good job he gave us the key card then, eh? See what his secrets are. So what was that? Eliza Kazan, shut your mouth, mate. Off. Off, you. Off. Off. Oh boy. So what happened there? Was that... Has someone hacked his augmentations there? Talos Rucker, an autobiography. Chapter 4. It was only during my tenure as patient in the augmentation wing of the Buenos Aires hospital that I truly became aware of the fascinating range of possibilities offered by augmentation technology. Served Médecins Sans Frontières proudly for 2 more years to repay them all for they'd done for me, but for most of that period my passion had already shifted elsewhere. I'd enjoyed the enormous good fortune of meeting Haidon Suyong personally when he opened Zimbabwe's first clinic, so after my time in MSF it only seemed natural that I should join LIM International. At first I concentrated primarily on the ways I can't use the fucking arrow keys. Primarily on the ways augmentation could improve the lives of the impoverished and downtrodden, but already in those relatively early days prejudice was spreading, so my duties soon expanded to include campaigning for lower neuropathine costs and raising awareness of anti-aug discrimination. Yeah, I don't think you need to raise awareness of anti-aug discrimination. I think that's... I think people know about that. It's quite a talking point. At least in Prague, anyway. Reporting to you live.
My friends.
Did we read this? Yeah, it's the city of Hangshaw, isn't it? I think we read this. We read this one, definitely.
This most recent act of senseless violence has been laid at our feet. At the feet of all of them.
Whap.
And I fear the repercussions will test our resolve. The strength of our
Oh, we should not be here. Well, there's the greenhouses. We're on the top level. There's his office. That's the security room we need to get into. Got this here. Make our way down, I guess. Guess Chicane's out there.
we have been cast as the villain once again. Despite our denials, our protests
Oh man, I miss Malik.
our dedication to the peaceful advancement of our cause.
I really do.
Despite the fact that some of our own were killed in the attack at Rosika Station. But fear has blinded our accusers.
Ugh.
And although I know that many of you are fearful
Ugh.
in the wake of such violence,
Can't even look at it.
I urge you not to become as blind. You know as well as I that they will come here into your homes to intimidate.
Right, what's through here? Whoa. Shit. I think we got spotted there.
More violence.
Is he coming in? No. We need to find a vendor. Well, we need to find a vendor and not knock them out. That's going to be difficult.
That's enough for me. I'm not sure. Somebody or something please. Keep looking.
Yeah, he likes his whiskey, doesn't he? Right, let's get his secrets. Wait, is he of a family? That is family. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kids. Whoa, fuck that, man. 5 kids. No, thank you. No, thank you. Friend of mine has 4 kids, man. Fuck that. No, thank you. No, thank you. Right. What have you been up to? From Joan Hill. Mr. Rucker, I'm a divorced augmented mother of 3 who's been living here in Utrecht with her children for just over 8 months. In that time I have had 3 different menial jobs, and twice between jobs I found it impossible to pay for neuropozyne. If it weren't for the free clinics you and your people have helped to set up, I would have gone into withdrawal and probably worse, leaving my children with no one to care for them. Claire, my youngest, contracted dysentery during the grey water epidemic last week. When I brought her to the clinic, I was sure in my heart she's going to die. But the antibiotics ARC provided worked and she was saved. The world is a very difficult place, but I go to bed every night thanking God that the people of Utrecht have a guardian angel like you looking over us. Yeah, fuck man, antibiotics, like, wow. It was one of the greatest achievements of the human species of all time. Antibiotics. I was talking to one of my friends recently, and I said the point that the time that we live in is the greatest time of all time there has ever been to be alive, and she wasn't convinced. She wasn't convinced, and I made the point of several things like antibiotics. I've had a friend of mine. If I told the story, a friend of mine was hill walking, and she was hill walking for a few days. She got blisters very early on in the walk. The blisters got infected. When she returned home, she ended up in hospital with blood poisoning. So she was put on antibiotics and she lived. If we didn't have antibiotics, she would have died. You know, if we roll back, you know, if we go and roll back a couple of hundred years, couple of centuries, you know, if you got a big enough cut, you got your limb cut off in war, that's pretty much a death sentence. You know, you get a wound infected, it's either a death sentence or you get your limb amputated. Because we had no way of stopping infection like that. I'm ranting about antibiotics. Let's move on. Dr. Rucker, appreciate everything you do for the Ark and the Augmented, but you're wrong about pacifism. Non-violence has not worked for us so far and never will. You should listen to Viktor Marchenko when he says superior force is the only thing that has ever kept the world from spinning out of control. If you cannot adapt with the times, maybe you should resign and let Ark be run by someone more suitable. Right, so they're clearly telling us Viktor Marchenko's behind the train station bombing. Hopefully there's going to be some kind of twist where it's not actually going to be Marchenko who's responsible. Hopefully there'll be some twist. So far the writing's been pretty scarce on the ground, been pretty flimsy, so I think Marchenko is behind it. Probably being controlled by someone in the shadows, but I think Marchenko's behind it. I hope I'm wrong. I hope it's going to be more interesting than that. From Lily, 2009. You are beautiful. Hello Talos, my name is Lily. I live in NYC and I got augmented when I was 15, just 1 year before the so-called Aug Incident. I want you to know that I think you're a beautiful man. And not just what you look like, but your whole aura is beautiful. The way you care about people and are passionate about your ideals. I think without your leadership, the world would be a much uglier place and the Augmented would be even worse off than we are. I don't know if you have a girlfriend or a wife or any plans for a family, but I think it's really important for you to think about that, because we need more people like you in this world, and it would be a tragedy if you didn't leave behind someone to continue your legacy. I'm sure there'd be lots of women in Europe and America who would be willing to help you carry on your line. I would be so honoured. They wouldn't be selfish about sharing the responsibility with other women. Think about it, love, Lily. Oh, Lily. Do you know what's really beautiful, Lily? Punctuation. Punctuation. There's no way this girl's... She was 15. She got augmented at 15, 1 year before the Aug Incident. The Aug Incident was last year, so this girl's at least 17. What's wrong with her? She can't punctuate sentences, and she's 17. Something's not right about that. But she's got a point here, you know. Talos Rucker's... you know, if you get to the head of a big enough group like Ark, you know, someone at the head of a big organization, you're well, to put it bluntly, you've got the opportunity to do a lot of fucking. Let's put it that way, man. All those what was it Waco? Do you remember the Waco cult? I think that was the was that the Kool-Aid cult where they all drank the Kool-Aid and died? Didn't that guy have like several wives within the cult? Anyway, yeah, from antibiotics to group sex in 2 emails. Right, the Safe Harbor Initiative. So Talos Rucker says to everyone, in recent weeks from several different quarters I've been asked why I have not spoken out in support of Santo Group's Safe Harbor Initiative, and my reason for the silence is this: I do not support it. Regrettably, the underlying premise of Safe Harbor is that the augmented and non-augmented must live apart because they cannot live together. I cannot endorse any proposal which is predicated on and thus advances that defeatist notion. Please understand I have nothing but the highest respect for those who are behind the initiative. They, like us, are striving to bring about the end of violence and injustice. It's simply the case that while the motives of both groups are noble, our ideologies differ when it comes to the best way to create a bright future. Sashka says, you always say you don't believe in war, and now you're saying you don't want peace either. This is why people say you're only doing this for your own ego. It's interesting. Now, clearly Sashka would not be one of Talos's harem. Alright, where's this evidence? Who's that? Talos. You could do better, mate. You could do better than that. Why's he got a tranq rifle in here? They just sit looking out the window, just sniping off random people. The Inconvenient Aug by Talos Rucker. Chapter 2, Hope and Uplift, Potential Unrealized. At the time when Hugh Darrow, tell me why, and his team were perfecting P-dot technology en route to redefining the very face of humanity as we know it. A fundamental mistake was committed. Yeah, it sure was. With only the most noble of intentions, which as we came to understand the ramifications of the new technology, proved to be the very exemplar of damning by definition. They called the resulting prosthetics augmentations. In a very short while, this weighted term became the discussion, embraced by those who sought out this technology for their own purposes, and rejected with equal compassion by those who opposed it. In the process, the social discourse lost all perspective of the myriad uses of augmentation technology in medicine, the awe-inspiring depth and breadth of what we could accomplish if the governments, societies and medical communities of the world would only capitalise on augmentation technology's staggering possibilities. In a very short while, this weighted term became the discussion. Yeah, why? Why did no one see the medicinal uses for augmentations? Is this sort of anti-capitalism rhetoric? That if it wasn't for big businesses like Sarif, Industries, then augmentation wouldn't have got out of control, and it would have been taken up by medicine. Right, Rucker's evidence. From unknown sender, green light. Spoke to HA, phase 1 is go. Deliver Orchid ASAP, then maintain cover. Rest of cell on standby. Additional orders to follow. JM. Marchenko? No, it's Victor Marchenko, isn't it? How is that evidence, mate? How is that evidence? What does that even mean? Fuck you. Give me that screen. Give me the screen. There. How does this prove Ark's innocence? In what way does that prove Ark's innocence? Deliver Orchid. Could be about. It could be. This could be from a flower delivery business. Tyler Rucker just died in front of me, and it wasn't from natural causes. You don't say. I'll be tagged as his murderer if I don't meet Chicane beyond a section of greenhouses in a clearing not far from Rucker's office. Who's going to tag us as his murderer? There's no one here, mate. How does getting to Chicane stop us from being tagged as his murderer? There's no one bloody here. We're on the CCTV camera coming in, so shouldn't we be deleting that?
Sources close to the investigation tell me that most augmented citizens inside the Udalek complex are complying peacefully with
I mean, truly, this is a great room, man. It's a lot of personality here, you know, with these Greek,
another example of peaceful.
the Greek statues.
This is Eliza Casson
I suppose this is another.
from Picus.
Don't know who that is. I suppose it's another sort of
Global leader in fair, unbiased,
another little nod towards who do you call them? Icarus and Daedalus, right?
sources inside the center.
Seems to be the myth running through this game. It's nice. It's a cool area. It really is. Just paper thin writing. There's a... Shit. Well, that didn't go well.
Well, what are you waiting for?
I don't think they'll come in here. They will throw grenades though. Oh shit, they are coming in here. Whap.
Right behind you. Try to get us for a better shot.
We need to get out of here. How do we... Where's the vent?
Need to reload.
We need to get to the vent.
I'm moving. Smoke grenade. Find him.
Where was the vent? Up here, wasn't it? Shit. Oh man, this isn't good. Six of them and a drone. Yeah, oh shit. Yeah. This is not good.